Good morning, viewers. Rob Atfield reporting for Port Carling Boats. It's August 2020. We're still in the midst of COVID. Despite that, I'm taking the liberty of doing a blog on my own boat here. I've just been down to the southern Ontario and picked up a 1946 disappearing propeller boat built by Greavette. This boat was restored some years ago. It was looking a little tired. The owner estimated its condition to be about 7.5 to 8 out of 10. And I think that's about correct. The engine has been restored, and I did have a chance. He couldn't take me out for a ride because of COVID, but he did crank it up briefly, and it seems to be running well. You can see that it's certainly been restored. I didn't pay a lot for the boat. I'm not going to tell you how much, but I can tell you that the prices of wooden boats generally are down significantly to what they were some years ago. So this was a very attainable purchase. I've just put a couple of coats of fresh Epiphanis varnish on the exterior of the hull. I think I'm going to save the interior for next year. I've tightened up some of the fittings, including the disappearing propeller mechanism that seemed to be a little on the loose side. No doubt I'm going to discover some other things that need to be attended to over the next year or two. Next spring I hope to do the interior of the boat, but I would like to get it out on the water before winter sets in. In terms of varnish, I took out a second mortgage so I could buy a couple of liters of Epiphanis paint, varnish rather, but I must say it's a wonderful varnish. It really gives you a beautiful finish coat. Any purists are going to mock me mercilessly. I didn't have a dust-free shop. I did the best I could to provide a dust-free finish, but frankly it's impossible in the situation where I was working. I also had some bad lighting, despite the fact that I was using some extra lighting. So it is, to use that horribly overused expression, it is what it is. This will not be a show boat. It will be a user boat. But I'll feature it again in another post when the seats are all back in. It's got some beautiful upholstery, and it came with a trailer, which is a huge advantage. And this trailer also has little clips spaced frequently throughout the boat. You probably can't see them, but they attach the canvas cover, really tightly to the boat, so that when you're traveling, there's no risk of it flying off or ripping. It's a noisy little engine. I think I may have to do some dampening of the sound by perhaps adding some lining to it. That was a concern for me because I was hoping it would be a reasonably quiet engine, and I suppose once it's in the water, some of that noise will dissipate somewhat. But I will talk to the experts about that and see how other dippy owners have responded to that challenge. For anybody who's interested, there is a Dispro Owners Association, and on this video I'll try and forward you the email address. Anyway, my wife and I are looking forward to getting this boat on the water, and we're greatly looking forward to joining some other Dispro owners when this horrible virus is over and we can congregate together again. We'll sort of be like Satan's choice of the seniors world, terrorizing the river and the local lakes with our disappearing propeller boats. Anyway, good to chat on this one-way chat, and I'll be in touch again. Over and out. Good morning, viewers. It's Rob Atfield reporting for Port Carling Boats. It's Saturday. I think it's August the 22nd today, 2020. Anyway, I'm in the process of refurbishing a little bit, I guess, adding some cosmetic repairs to my antique 1947 disappearing propeller boat. It's had 2 coats of exterior varnish put on it, and an auxiliary bilge pump at the back end, because I'm told that once these boats are in motion, water tends to roll to the back of the boat. Anyway, she's not looking too bad. I've labeled the instrument panel. I don't want to get confused in a moment of panic. You might notice one interesting label over here. I don't think you can perhaps see the lettering, but it says coffee. I'll leave that to your discretion. is how you want to interpret that. Anyway, that's the humor department. So anyway, she's not looking too bad. I've had to do a bit of touch-up here and there, especially at the butt ends, I guess you'd call them. She'll never be a 100% showboat, I don't think, but my purpose was to create a serviceable, fully functional, disappearing propeller boat. At 72 years of age, I don't have the time or the funds to really strip her down completely and start from scratch, but I think she's in generally pretty good shape. She's been rated at 7.5 to 8 out of 10 by the previous owner, and I think he was correct in that assessment. So I hope you'll wish me luck. We're going to launch in about an hour or so. Over and out.